Yeah.
All right, guys.
George, I believe today is Vindication Day.
I'm back. I'm back.
Well, you say, Barack. You see, the Australians, they're losers. So we have them on our show, and here they are.
Now that the Brit has gone, we can sink into him like the bussy he is.
Okay. Well, you guys are indeed listening to the Pink Boys podcast, and here we are, and we got some things to get out of the way here. There's quite a few things on our plate, and things we can only accomplish by not having a British man on the show. So we're going to clear those up really quickly. We're going to illuminate a lot of things that were previously in the dark, and we're going to right some wrongs from last week.
Oh, but we are.
Also, I'm starting to become convinced that Adam and I are the same person because they haven't been on the same podcast at the same time in months. So, or they just hate each other secretly and they just don't want to be on the same podcast together. But Adam, it's been a second. What are you doing? What's going on these days?
I don't know, man. Like, fucking shit's been kind of whack. Like, I don't know. Like, Bitcoin's just like killing me. And I closed TradingView for the first time ever in like a week ago, and I've like been a happier person since.
Yeah,
so I think that's a good sign.
Well, you were on TradingView the entire time.
Yes.
Before then.
Yes.
Really?
What is there to look at? What is there even to look at?
I have all the tickers open, and I like have a look at it. If I'm playing video games or whatever, I'll glance over and be like, "Oh, kill me," and then I'll go back to playing video games.
Yeah. See, I only do that when the market's going up. You know what's funny? Before we keep going, I thought about it this morning, and when I used to wake up every single morning, I would look at Link's price or Tomb's price.
My God, yeah.
That used to be. I used to not be able to open my eyes before. It was kind of like that classic wake up, take a shit, get out of bed, like wake up, open your eyes, look at Link price kind of thing. It was really, that's all I used to do. And then I woke up this morning and I thought, I haven't done that in months.
That was my life for like 3 fucking years. Holy shit.
That was my life about a year and a half. I'd wake up, Link at 43 cents. Oh, sick. Maybe tomorrow.
I hope when the market goes back up, we can retain the level we're at right now and just be calm and not be staring at our phones the first moment we wake up and kind of just get on with our lives. But
we both know that's not going to happen.
I know. The second I start rocketing back up, I'm going to be like, oh, I'm going to do it. And then I'm not going to sell. And then I'll be back to where I am now. So cycle, just the cruel. That's the real super cycle. That is the real super cycle right there. But Adam, there was something that's been brought to my attention before we got on here. It was kind of difficult scheduling this episode for a moment because you have no Discord. Would you like to share why you have no Discord?
I found out yesterday afternoon at a very inconvenient time that I was like, oh, I've got to open Discord to check something. I go on my phone on the Discord app, and it's like, oh, you've been logged out. Please log in. I'm like, okay. So I log in, I enter all my dates, and it's like, oh, your account's been disabled. I was like, oh, what the fuck? And so I was out doing something. So I get back home a few hours later, and I check my emails, and it's like, I'll read the fucking email to you. It's your account, where are we? Yeah, your account has been disabled for the following reasons. Your account promoted or encouraged illegal activities, including but not limited to providing a marketplace for or facilitating the dissemination of regulated goods, or participated in some service dedicated to doing so. And I know what that is. So, like, I don't know, maybe like 2 months ago, one of my friends, like in real life, like one of my friends in real life is like, he invited me to the Discord server as like I think it was like disguised. It was like skinned to look as like a home improvement like message board.
I will have 4 nails and 1 bag of hammers. That is so funny.
But it was not a home improvement message board, and you could buy other things.
You didn't try to appeal to the moderators and say, I just thought it was, I'm a contractor. I thought it was about home improvement. You know?
No. Honestly, it serves you right. You fucking druggy loser.
No, but I never fucking I never used it. Like I just I joined it because my friend invited me. I never used it. I was inactive, but I guess they must have found that server and nuked everything associated with it because my friend's account was also banned yesterday. So.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Tyson was nervous for a second. He thought people that were saying special words were getting blanket banned by
that's what I thought.
Oh yeah, I nearly hit the nuke button on my fucking entire account.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I first found out. I messaged Tyson on Twitter and I was like, I think I got banned from Discord for saying the magic word one too many times.
We won't go into what that one is, but that is really funny. And Tyson's like, you'll never yeah.
The magic word is please and thank you. So
yeah, exactly. And excuse me. But I like how Tyson had that mentality where you'll never take me alive. He's just gonna nuke his account before they could. Just the Discord account suicide pact. I've never read the terms of service for Discord. I'm pretty sure they can just see anything whenever they want.
No, yeah, they're like they have
really
full God mode.
All right, so there's no privacy implied in any of the things we've ever said, which is not going to be good in the end.
We're not big enough fish for Discord to come and catch us yet.
Not yet, but honestly, I'm starting to get to the point where I'm pretty sure that Discord is a CIA data gathering operation. It works pretty effectively as one. You could say people think they're in a private space and don't read closely on the terms of service and say some. I've seen some pretty outlandish things. Me, I've never say anything crazy on Discord.
Yeah, dude. The funniest shit is like the. Have you seen this feature on Facebook Messenger where they say, "Oh yeah, you can send encrypted messages on Facebook Messenger." It's like, dude, we all know fucking Zuckerberg's looking at this shit through.
Yeah, right. I'll tell you what. Adam, were you gonna say something?
Oh, I was just gonna say like no one's safe, and like if you think your little yeah, we're gonna overthrow the government in our secret little fucking service. Nah, that's not happening. Like, you and your little plans about a fourth something is just not gonna happen. So it's just
wow, you sound like an evil counterpart or something. Like your foolish plan will never work on me.
You foolish boy, you cannot outthink the government and the Zuckerberg.
You thought you there you are the government on the 6th. How foolish you were.
Okay, I will pretend I don't know what you're talking about, but those are the sly little nods you're allowed to have when I isn't on here, because he doesn't go, oh, Tyson, do that whole thing.
No, it's like where were you on 9/11? It's like where were you on fucking
I remember where I was actually. I had the laptop out and I was fully clued in. Twitch was a fun place to be that day. There was a lot of great streams going on.
Do you guys remember the fucking Twitch streams of during the Black Lives Matter riots? Like all those guys on the ground, like people going full fucking crazy, like burning down shops and shit. Like, and you could see that stuff live. I mean, that was in the height of the COVID lockdown, and I remember like waking up every day, doing no university work, opening up Twitch and watching Twitch for 6 hours and watching America burn. It was fucking awesome.
That must be nice for someone who is overseas. That must be really comforting, actually, to just watch
it happened in your fucking
soulless
hometown,
melt.
didn't it?
No. There was any major city that you were in had something going on, and I actually can't remember. I'm getting my dilapidated, racially charged, poor towns mixed up, but I think the Kyle Rittenhouse stuff happened in Waukesha or something. But
Wakanda?
It was oh, dude, I have a story about that real quick. I'll just say real quick, but Waukesha was the Kyle Rittenhouse thing. Where was the George Floyd thing? Where was that?
Everywhere. It was fucking nationwide.
No, what was the town? It was in Minneapolis. It was in Minneapolis.
Fucking, is that where they had like the police like withdrew and they like
Tel Aviv?
Oh god.
I can't find it really quickly. Now I'm seeing stuff about Floyd Mayweather, and now the whole thing is going on right now. But yeah, I just can't keep track of my cities. Whenever shootings come up, it's always like, wait, which shooting are you talking about? They're like, we need to stop what happened and make sure that Park shooting never happens again. I'm like, which one was that? Was that the one that was 3 weeks ago, or the one for just American problems, I guess? But I was hanging out at the pool, and there was someone There was someone with a bunch of tattoos, and let's just say he was darker skinned, and he was explaining his tattoos, and he said he had one of a country on his forearm, and everyone was like, "Oh, what country is it?" And he's like, "It's a made up country." He was trying to be very deep about it, and I just said, "Oh, is it Wakanda?"
Oh no.
Everyone at the pool who didn't have the same pigment of skin as him was cracking up, and he just gave me this death glare like, man, I'm gonna fucking beat your ass, boy. Like, so, you know,
Dude, I don't understand how Moya hasn't been fucking curb stomped at this point.
Dude,
oh, I've gotten mugged before. Yeah. I have gotten mugged, but that's what happens when you go to an ATM and a Crown Fried Chicken in front of the liquor store in the ghetto. You're just asking for it at that point. So, but listen, I digress. We'll get a little bit back on track here. Before we move along, Tyson, you want to say how you're doing real quick? Personally, you're doing good. You're still eating well. You're making chicken.
Yeah, I'm getting so fucking sick of chicken, but it's the only thing that's like cheap enough.
You should be sick of chicken. It tastes terrible. It's very bland and boring. You eat like a white person. What are you doing? You need to fix that. I went from
Subway back to fucking chicken. Jesus Christ.
Why don't you just eat steak?
Subway's best.
I'm gonna go for pork mince and steak sometime soon.
Yeah. I just have I have different kinds of steak and eggs or salmon almost every night, and it's in the same vein as chicken, and it tastes better, and it's probably better for you. Chicken's just boring. I'd have to put tons of hot sauce on it to like it. So
actually, hold on. Here's the Pink Boys golden cooking tip. But if you guys want to make your meat taste fucking phenomenal, salt it 2 hours before you cook it, because the salt, it seeps into the meat and it makes it taste so fucking good once you pan-sear it.
Yeah, that kind of preparation for cooking sounds like a very feminine trait. So I'm not gonna. I got enough of those going for me, so I can't add any more to my list. You know what? I won't even go into it.
Moya cells, we're just not gonna make it.
All right. Before we do, we will talk about crypto and financial related stuff, because I actually have something to say about that and some very important things, and I'm hoping you guys do as well. But just real quick, some housekeeping stuff. Adam, I hope you can make it to our Halloween special episode.
Oh,
if
yeah.
You have any stories to share?
I'll be there. I actually do. I actually have some fucking like ghost shit.
Hold it.
Yeah.
All right, we're ready. I've been holding it up. I'm about to bust, as
I'm about to blow.
It took me a second to realize that the title of our last episode is "I'm About to Come." It's the about to come. Yeah, so that was great. But again, let's get those subscribers going. And real quick, I'll let Tyson take it from here. We had a discussion last week about a Twitter that do you want me to lay the groundwork, Tyson, or can you just take it straight on?
Lay the groundwork.
Okay, so as you loyal listeners know, that I came to us with a Twitter account that supposedly predicted the death of the Queen of England, and it also had different prophetic tweets that were saying that, you know, the world would end at this date. Here's the price of various cryptocurrencies.
Isn't that Nostradamus? Didn't he? Isn't the
Queen I was sucking him off like he was Nostradamus. That's what he was doing.
I likes to think that his brain is on the same organic level as Nostradamus when it isn't even close. But this Twitter supposedly predicted it, and also it was supposedly predicting a few other things that it got wrong as well. And obviously,
you know, like monkeys on a typewriter, like, you know, like eventually we'll get something right.
Never mind the fact that when this happened, I told him, like, dude, just scroll down, see the comments. There's like thousands of screenshots of like other accounts just like spamming different dates and hoping that they strike one date eventually. Well, he's like, but this account got it right though, so you can't say that. And do you want to lay what happened next?
I just thought it was funny that one of the guys' names was Fat Nuts XD. I still remember it was funny, but go ahead.
So what turned out to happen with that fucking Twitter account is that he actually he said he was going to make an announcement at 11 a.m. the following day, and that following day he fucking changed his name and handle to a fucking like NFT Web3 developer loser. So
tink 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 tink, I have an announcement. Tink 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 tink.
That
you
is
fucking
embarrassing.
retard.
Yeah, you are a fucking idiot for falling for that. So if he falls for stuff like that, and this goes to show the people who gobble up his bullshit. Here's to show you all the other stuff he probably just spews out that goes through his garbage disposal intake of a brain that he brings onto the airwaves and exposes all of us to it. So it's so funny, Tyson, because I was going throughout my day the next day and the next day after that, after we recorded, and I was like, wait, I wonder if that guy did end up posting a video. And I thought if time travel were actually proven, I probably would have known something about it, or Tyson would have let me know. So I think we're safe to go on that. But that's a huge L in the I column. Huge L in the
now
I
do you see
column,
why
so.
I have such a hard time believing in fucking aliens when I've got I in my ear, like telling me this random bullshit?
Yeah, we need to scale you back a little bit. I'll bring you back to planet Earth.
people, man. The gray people. Ah.
Don't worry, Tyson. I'll get you there the right way. He's trying to get you feeling good through drugs and whatnot. I'm trying to get you to believe in aliens and like the equivalent of working out and like living healthy. You know, we'll get you there. We'll get you there the clean way, not the druggy way.
The Jordan Peterson path.
No,
The Jordan.
I never said that at any point. You said that, so that's yours to own. But without further ado, let's just jump into it because I was taking a look and I only just read some articles, headlines, basically, kind of browsing through Twitter, just talking about Bitcoin and where it's at. Still sub 20K, still around 19.4K, still not 16 or 15K like we've been saying.
Still suicidal.
Still suicidal. So, Tyson, do you think we're at a turning point here, or we're about to pivot downwards?
We are at the daily. Hold on. We are at the weekly close high support for Bitcoin, which is about 19K to about 18.8K. And you know, obviously the market structure is bearish because it's back down here again. But remember, this is the 2017 top where it topped out 20K. So it's a pretty powerful support, and I wouldn't rule out that it has enough demand in this support level to maybe push it back up for another bounce before it comes back down and breaks below it. So if you look at the weekly chart on Bitcoin and you draw a horizontal line at 19K, you can see that the first time it touched this support level, it bounced from 18 all the way back up to 25.
I see that.
And I'm thinking maybe we could do the same, but maybe the 24K at this time.
Oh, so that'll be another failed high, and that's when the darkness will envelop us.
Yeah. I think
I was born in the darkness.
If we pump off from here, and then we get back down, if we go from like 20 from here to like 24, and then we get back down here, that's probably going to be the breaking point. That triple tap, we probably make our way back down to 16.
Physically and mentally.
Yeah.
Well, you're making me think of that. Is that Linkin Park? And I'm about to break. I think that's Linkin Park. I don't know. You guys might be too young. I don't know. But go ahead.
No, I love what I've done.
I listen to Linkin Park. Are you serious?
What I've done. I mean, come on. Let's not be silly.
Yes, we've all seen Transformers. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep going. If you got more.
But I do think ADA looks kind of good for a bounce.
Cardano.
Yeah.
Cardano,
PYR.
sure.
Actually, dude, PYR came out with a fucking banger announcement recently. They said that they were going to partner. They said they. Do you remember fucking Anthony Scaramucci?
Yes.
So after he left the Trump admin, he runs like a capital fund now. And apparently his fund is backed PYR. So
why? Are you kidding me?
No.
These funds will throw money at anything. I mean anything.
But hold on, here's the thing that might make it good though. His fund is called Skybridge Capital, and it actually has a working relationship with FTX. So maybe that's a double duo, FTX and Skybridge for PYR.
Is PYR on FTX already?
I don't know.
Do you remember when
It probably
PYR
is,
got
but-
fucking hacked and its like source code got leaked or something?
Who?
Do you not remember that?
PYR. That's what Adam said. Yeah.
That's what killed the PYR. It's like
Oh.
fucking code got leaked.
Based.
And they're like, oh yeah, we're working hard to fix this problem.
We're working hard to reverse the flow of time so this
Yeah.
didn't happen.
I wouldn't touch that shit with a 10-foot pole, man. Like, we made our 10x on it. Like, let's be happy.
No, look, if it's good enough for the mooch, it's good enough for me.
I think there's no better time to buy something than after some sort of black swan extra market curricular event, because that's usually when people overreact the most. That's the kind of the same thing with that happened in a very broad sense with XRP. It had this terrible news that pushed it all the way down to 20 cents. It didn't recover per se, but it definitely got itself 2 or 3x back from that. And
Dude, XRP
I hear
is
a lot
fucking
of
ripping right now.
Is it really? Hold on.
What's ripping?
XRP.
Holy shit. Ripple went up 50%?
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck? Why?
Oh, guys, I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark. What the
You
hell
should.
is going on here?
Are you guys
Why?
retarded? You should feel good. Remember the
Why
last?
is
Remember,
the market is
like
healing.
2 years ago when I predicted that XRP would fucking 3x, and it was like 25 cents, and it pumped all the way to 75. Remember that?
I do remember that. Yes.
Yeah, that event actually, I realized later on in hindsight that was XRP leading the market, because after that XRP pump, alt started popping the fuck off. So
you know that
This-
fucking that meme where it's like due to this character's death, this timeline has been severed. Like either restart this game or like live in the doomed line you've created. That was me.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like currently us with XRP with this coins pump, this timeline, new timeline.
Oh, I was thinking more in the context of Link with this Link's pump. This timeline has been severed because the market always dumps immediately after
That's
Link
true.
pumps.
That is very true.
Yeah.
No, Moyer,
My
if you buy XRP, you would be completing the full circle, the horseshoe theory of crypto. You started out as an XRP tard, and then you'd be going back to it as a
Yes,
seasoned investor.
That's yes. Now that I'm looking at now that I'm looking at the market from a more mature angle 3 years later, I think I'll just buy Ripple and just buy Ripple again. Yeah.
No, just buy Bitcoin. It's literally the easiest buy Bitcoin.
Well, you want to talk about memes? You know, it's not a horseshoe. It's the whatever, like the sliding scale where most people are in the middle, and then the dumb are on the left, and the really smart are on the right. The one all the way on the left is buy XRP, and then the idiots in the middle are like buy Algorand, buy Link, buy, and the people on the right are just buy XRP with the guy with the hood. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. That is a great determinant scale there. So. Well, that's some interesting stuff right there. And well, it's better advice than me just betting on Counter-Strike matches. But hey, that's a bet too.
Guys,
they're all bets.
This is probably niche as fuck, but do you guys follow like Twitch chess, like online chess, and like the major chess tournaments?
I know, like,
I know that one guy, like Hikaru. Is it?
Yeah,
Is
no,
it
just like don't worry. It's just the one chess master who plays in all these tournaments, like with the world number one, who actually looks like an incel. He like just got accused of cheating, and like it's kind of hilarious because he's just like, no, I'm just more powerful than everyone else, and like it's like, but nah.
So just to follow up on that, he was accused of cheating by Magnus Carlsen because he had anal beads in his ass.
No,
he had
Really?
he had vibrating. I don't know if he did or did not, but this is the accusation. He had vibrating anal beads in his ass, and someone would be able to make it vibrate to tell him what. Yeah, after a computer told whoever was on the inside of his ass what move to make. So yeah, it was a huge scandal in chess. I don't care about chess. Yeah, I'm about to go. But the problem is, I hate chess, and I think it's for fucking losers. I think it's just memorizing patterns, and I think it was either Bobby Fischer or Magnus Carlsen eventually said after a lifetime career in chess that they eventually grew bored with it because it is just memorizing patterns. It's like when people solve Rubik's Cubes and everyone's like, oh, he's so smart. Look at how fast he solved this Rubik's Cube. He's just fucking autistic and has time on his hands. He's not smart. Same thing with chess players.
I don't know. So. I mean, chess does seem like a level above fucking Rubik's Cube, you know?
No, it's just logic puzzles and memorizing patterns. It's like that kid that goes in a store and rearranges all the things in ascending order.
Like counter strategy for fucking Rubik's Cube though. Like you can't like
counter Rubik's Cube.
You have to react to an opponent in chess. That's the thing though.
That opponent is doing all these scenarios that you've seen before thousands of times in your dumb brain because you obsess over chess and it's all you focus on. So you'd be good at it too if you're dumbass focused on it and just that for a while and memorized all the patterns. It's stupid. I'm not impressed by any of that. I'm more impressed by a Counter-Strike player shooting.
No, I'm more impressed by a guy shoving fucking vibrating anal beads up his ass to win.
Right, you're right. That was what it took. That is what it took to propel chess into the pantheon of. It's right up there with all the other gladiator sports now. So why are we talking about it?
Dude, speaking of Twitch, I've been watching like some pro players of like League and Valorant lately, and I'm sorry, dude, but I'm so fucking sick of these pro losers complaining about fucking stream sniping. You know, like these people who are like fucking diamond and above, they'll fucking smurf in gold, and they'll say, "Oh, I'm getting stream sniped." It's like you shouldn't even be in that fucking elo in the first place, retard.
Ooh, man, this is a very beyond niche. Yeah, you fired up about this very corner niche topic, and I can appreciate it because I'm diamond in Valorant, so you know I know what's going on. And yes, I think they do deserve it. What? I'm streaming to 30,000 people. I'm getting stream sniped.
I'm streaming.
Oh, wow.
Streaming.
Yeah.
I'm streaming.
I'm streaming.
That is good. That is good. Tyson, do you have anything else to say? Well, if you don't have anything else to say about the markets, I'd like to know what Adam thinks about the markets. So let me know what you're feeling.
Go to Adam, and then I'll come back with and I'll take on SPX.
Well, I did say something earlier in the week, or earlier in the episode, where I was like, "Yeah, I shut fucking TradingView for the first time in like literally like years, and I feel like freer." And I think that's
good.
That explains all I feel about the market. I mean, my fucking rosies were at fucking 11 cents.
You're still in roses.
And I should have
I'm in Groundhog's Day. I'm in Groundhog's Day.
I refuse to sell. I'm never selling. Didn't read, not selling. Like, I believe you, Dawn. Fucking half a cent.
What?
It's only at it's at 6 cents. It's at 6 cents.
Oh, no, yeah, sorry. I thought it was 0.005. Okay, things are not as bad as I thought.
6 cents by M.
Hold on. Yeah, I was thinking about the 6 cents, too, when I said 6 cents. But
I was nearly hopeless.
Did you see that preview for the new M. Night Shyamalan movie?
Which one? The one where people get old as fuck, or what?
No, there's a new one where a trailer just came out for it with Dave Bautista and a gay couple and some Asian kid. And it's about...
Is that Modern America?
Like, going... No, it's about them it's called Knock on the Cabin Door or something. So it's got some sort of, it lays it out way too well in the trailer, but it is what it is. Nothing will ever beat The Village. That's my favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Village is great.
The girl's hot. It's just the right amount of scary. It's got a good twist. There's a retard. It's like the Big Boys podcast.
Yeah, I was literally about to say that.
Well, it's specified.
The question is, who's the retard though?
Yeah, probably whoever's not here.
Have you guys been watching House of the Dragon?
No,
dude.
No. That main girl's face looks so fucking annoying. But
she's supposed to be inbred, so she looks inbred. That's how it works.
Yeah, but
she's also an Australian actress. She's also an Australian actress.
Dude, she looks fucking annoying.
She's hot inbred though.
She's really hot. Yeah.
I think she's very good looking because she has very distinctive features. She has distinctive.
Really funny that one of my friends is like really good friends with her, so I have a chance of meeting her one day, and I'll be like, "Oh my god, like I don't even know who you are."
I'll get her on the show. I'm sure she'll love us.
Yeah.
She'll have to listen to I talk about fucking aliens for an hour before she even
the
gets
Anunnaki, or whatever the fuck that is.
Wait. Okay. I'm just gonna say you thought Rose was at 0.005 cents. Don't worry, it's on its way there soon. I'm not really.
I'm already
looking...
mentally prepared.
Exactly.
I was already there.
Is Premia still under $1, Tyson? Because I might be looking at that still. I can't see it on
Premia is.
It's under
$1.
You know the worst thing is I don't even know what I own anymore.
Me neither. I just know the only thing I know that I own for sure is just a little bag of Mega Weapon that I just am moving around all over the place. So
is Premia still a good buy, Tyson?
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Dude,
yep.
It's fundamentally undervalued.
Based? Okay.
Like
I'm
it has a
gonna sell my
fucking
Vader.
like working. Right. What the fuck?
What the fuck? Yeah, Vader. That is so
dude?
2021 Pink Boys. That is so 2021 Pink Boys. Oh my gosh, that's
My dude has
impressive.
been wrecked into oblivion. Holy shit.
Yeah, absolutely. So actually,
But yeah, it's a
Go ahead.
fucking functional options platform, and it's like at 100 mil. Like you're telling me like a fucking functional platform like that is going to be only worth 89 mil when the bull market comes? No way. I can see it at least 10xing from here.
Well, there's a lot of projects that I may or may not have my money in that I don't think deserve to be valued at even 20 mil, but we'll time do the job on those.
Yeah.
So they may be gouging themselves with their financing and, spreading it.
I have
Elaborate trip to New York City.
I have $17 worth of Vader.
Yeah, I think you might have to do something about that. Just take it out and treat yourself on me. All right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for. That is what I'm looking for. All right. I actually have something to say.
Anyway,
go ahead. Go
back
ahead.
to SPX. We broke a support level at 3850, and we've been tapping that for a while now. And now we're at 3778. So I think if it gives us a throwback to 3850, if it pumps back to 3850 for a retest, that could be a good place to short.
Really, the overall market.
But if it reclaims 3850 and goes upwards beyond that, could be a deviation, and then we look for a continued trend upwards.
So you're seeing. Oh, do you have anything else to run through real quick? Because I was gonna bring something up.
Done, yeah.
So you're saying that there's some potential for an upside. People who are loyal to the ramblings of this podcast and might have been able to take it down. Very early on, I mentioned that we were entering a Shemitah year, the mystery of the Shemitah on the Jewish calendar, where every
are you going to go down this road, Moya? I don't know.
Listen,
you get mad at us. You get mad at us.
No, I'm being very fair-minded and respectful of their religious rights, and I assume you'll be able to do the same. So I am just saying that there is a biblical calendar where every 7 years, people of the Talmudic, Judaic Talmudic faith, forgive all debts and proceed into the new sabbatical year. That new sabbatical year starts on around, I want to say September 26th or 28th is the new year, which means we'll be coming out of the every 7 year Shemitah year. And during that time period, during the Shemitah year, it's a very painful economic time traditionally. It's when a huge stock market crash in the 80s happened. It's when the Great Depression happened. And a lot of other...
Just real quick, smegma year.
Base?
Thank you for that. So the mystery of the schmegma is what they did. The European mail, as we people like to say. But all I'm saying is that look into Shemitah years. We're coming out of one now, and there are usually times just that specifically. I'm not advocating for anything else. You might have to go looking for some Black Israelites on the street if you want to hear the truth about that. But just look into it. And all I'm saying is that after September 26th, I look for some clear skies in the markets. I think we've suffered a lot because it was a Shemitah year, and we're coming out of one now. So Look into it. It's very important. And I am not a licensed rabbinical minister.
I am.
But he is.
Do you guys? I can marry you guys. I can get untold riches blessed upon you.
You can circumcise my
I'll
son
bring down.
with your
I
teeth.
can bring down governments. You know, I can run Hollywood for you guys. It's whatever you guys need.
You lost me. You're just talking. Yeah. That's just complete gibberish, and I have no idea.
I've never
what you're
heard these
saying.
topics before, so you're on some crazy shit right now, bro.
Yeah, I guess we needed someone to replace I with these crazy ramblings. Although Adams might be true. You might have to look into that for sure. But I just wanted to say real quick, it just dawned on me now while we were recording, and I thought about it the other day. Our first episode ever released, I think September 19th, 2021. So
Damn.
It might be a year right now. I'm gonna
The 1 year anniversary. Sheesh.
On our podcast page right now, and let's see when the first upload. Yeah, September 19th, 2021, and we're recording on September 22nd, 2022. So I'm not gonna do a whole happy 1 year. Let's talk about the last year, favorite Pink Boys moment stuff. Let's save that for next week. Let's save that for a time when all four of us can be on. But just wanted to say we've been around for a year. And whoever's hanging out listening, there's a lot of good lads out there. So maybe I'll get a shout out. Don't shout them out now. Don't.
We'll let you guys do the heavy work. Comment your favorite Pink Boys moment, and then we'll discuss it more next episode.
That actually would be nice. That would be nice. Feel free to comment anything, and we'll talk about it.
I did notice some of the comments in the last few podcasts when I haven't been around, and the quality of comment has significantly fucking deteriorated. It
I don't know. I liked I don't like talking about commenters too much, but there was a guy who left a very lengthy religious appeal, like biblical texts and stuff like that. So we have some evangelists.
Christ generals leaking.
Yes, exactly. So, all right. Well, good job on the 1 year. And I'd like to thank Adam, our loyal listener, who occasionally actually comes on the show. So
Christ is king.
Yeah, the long-time guest, Adam.
There we go.
First time guest, long-time listener.
I just wanted to tack on something while we're talking about finance for more than 10 or 15 minutes before talking about whacked out shit like we usually do. I think people are vastly underestimating how healthy our market is. The veil of inflation is putting a damper on it, but that's only because we've experienced extreme unfettered growth the last 5 to 6 years, with maybe a short respite of 2 weeks during COVID where the market was performing abysmally. So I think we're just experiencing a pullback right now. But the one thing, and this kind of ties into something that Tyson mentioned to me privately, was I think the job market is insane right now. Companies cannot keep people on their payroll because they're finding better opportunities elsewhere. And I feel like for once the power is returning to the worker in a sense.
Yep.
More for the first time in my lifetime.
You're getting awfully God. What's that? A Communist Manifesto on your desk? Wow.
Listen, I'm not saying I'm a communist. I'm just saying that the peak
I am.
the peak the peak unbridled capitalist company is Amazon. And I think people are starting to realize the evil that companies like that entail. And they're trying. I think when you see that, it's the prototype for an evil company, puts local companies out of business, treats its employees terribly, not even giving them bathroom breaks. And they crunch everyone through these aggressive pricing methods that ends up putting them out ahead. And people sit around and say, why is my town dying? Why is the world around me dying? Oh, well, and then order something on Amazon Prime that'll get there in 2 days. Like, really makes one think.
On that topic, you can see the amount of seething that these companies are doing just because of just from seeing how big of a topic the idea of quiet quitting is popping off right now. Have you guys heard of this topic?
Hello?
I have heard of it, but maybe you could define it in your own way.
So quiet quitting is the idea that is the despicable act when an employee does the bare minimum and then goes home as soon as the minute strikes 5 p.m. That's literally it. Like
That's what I do. That's literally what I do at my job. I'm
Mhm.
scheduled on to 5
I think
p.m. I'm out the door at 5 p.m.
I think I saw like
There you go.
a fucking a response from like the CEO from like this large company saying, when did the boss ever become the enemy? The boss provides you with income for food and a house. How are these employees being so disrespectful?
Road to serfdom. Literally just,
Yeah.
That's like a slave master saying like, why are you acting up? You have a house and you know, I feed you. That's amazing. Oh, interesting how there's really no difference between the two. We're really just debt slaves, but keep going if you got anything else there.
Yeah, so I just would encourage people like quit as much as possible. These fucking companies, they don't care about you, and they will gut you like a fish for like even 1% extra profit. So you don't owe them anything at all.
I would have to agree. I do think that no matter how much you feel like, and one of my old friends gave me some really good advice that I think came from his aunt or something. And she said, work isn't your second home, or don't make work your home. And I've actually made that mistake before but when you're out the door, you'll realize how much they never needed you in the first place. It's insane.
Everyone's replaceable. Like you know, like you know, as soon as you stop, you know, filling that box they want you to fill, and you being a little bit cringe about it, they'll just get a new one. You know, there's always someone else looking for a job. So
we'll put it this way. Our dollar doesn't go as far as it used to. We don't see the fruits of our labors as readily as someone who used to work at a Ford factory in the 60s in a small town. We have to trudge in front of whatever we do, maybe at a desk or anything else, just to see the bare minimum of our labors, of the fruits of our labors. So why should we put in maximum effort? It makes no sense. We shouldn't. So we don't. And
it's like, maybe I'm delusional, but I feel
you
like
are. You
I feel
are.
like
not in this case, but you are. But keep going.
I feel like someone who has like a wide network of like work friends and like work buddies, they've kind of like fallen into a trap, because I don't know, I feel like someone 50, 60 years ago, they would have kept work people at the level of an acquaintance, and they would have friends outside of work far more than people do these days. You know?
I can see where you're coming from with that, but maybe if you workshop it a little bit more, it can have a bit more clarity. But I can understand that. I think something I have to say that's in the same vein that I swear isn't sexist. It's just that the workplace.
I swear to God.
Well, it's kind of along the lines of what we were joking about last week. There's videos of women that go to work and film it and say, first we had our our acai bowls in the morning, and then we
just
had
chilled for like 5 hours.
And then we have a girls meeting, and we discuss how the workplace is sexist, and we get
and that's their job.
And we get so much work done, and then we go home and we have drinks and mimosas, and then we have a girls' night, and then we get fucking trashed and go dancing in the club. And then, and then we, it's like 11 p.m. It's like, oh shit, I got work at 7 tomorrow. So, see you girls, going to go back home, pass out in my makeup, wake up at 6:30, wash me face, into work. That's how it's kind of it.
That was beautiful. I almost felt like it was predetermined.
No,
right
I'm just going.
Yeah. Well, you've seen enough. You sound like someone who's seen enough to know. Look, all I'm saying is that videos like that crystallize how work is an adult daycare and how people do make it their second home. And that is what keeps companies having employees wrapped around their fingers. And it's very, very unhealthy. And I'm sorry, women are more susceptible to emotional appeals from corporations than men are, because women are more emotional than men. Is that am I crazy?
No, I can see that they're more likely to believe fucking like company platitudes. Like if a company says, we care about you, we really want to like raise a family like environment in this company, I can see some women would actually believe that and try to cultivate that kind of fucking environment.
And again, I'm not trying to be sexist, but I will draw a line in the sand and say women are generally more emotional than men. And that's why I love them, because they have feminine guile and they have great intuition, and it makes them better than men in a lot of emotive ways, and that's why men like being around women in that sense, and women like being around men because men are a bit more stern and not as emotional, and it's the yin and yang of the sexes, you know. But encouraging them to go into the workplace has not only completely destroyed the single income dream, it's also messed up the natural relation that these two sexes have with each other, and it's made the corporation the head of the family.
No, say it, Moya. You don't believe in women in the workplace. Say it.
No, I never said that. I'm saying that you used to be able to live a good life on a single income. Now you can't. That's all I'm saying.
Look
Unless
into
you're
it.
doing real well for yourself.
It's simple fucking math. If you double, if you keep the same amount of number of jobs, but then you double the fucking workforce supply, the wages are gonna have eventually.
The wages are gonna have, and then houses and rents are built for dual incomes now. That's why houses are so expensive.
Okay.
I know what you're thinking. But listen, I'll just tail everything right back together and just say that I think quiet quitting is a good thing, and I think there's so much more weaponry that an employee has when there's always the constant threat of them quitting and going somewhere else or just not working at all. So take advantage of it. And it's a byproduct of the COVID era where everyone works from home now as well. So I don't know. Is Adam or I are quiet quitting this podcast?
I'm quiet quitting. No, fuck you. I tried to make last week, and we got the time wrong by an hour because the international clock thing lied to me.
Well, we were late for an hour this time because I was in a tanning bed and then I hit traffic. So it's.
Oh, is that what you meant by fucking hot guy shit?
Yeah,
like literally hot guy.
I didn't even think of the double meaning. Yeah, I was quite literally a hot guy for about 12 minutes there. So whatever. You can't win them all. But listen, I'm looking at a list of things on here, and I'm about to take a stab. But we were talking about it earlier, and it kind of stuck out in my mind. And I wouldn't be surprised if we already had this conversation. But since you're the cinema enthusiast, Tyson, what is your favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie?
Kino File.
I would have to say Signs. Signs is pretty good.
Okay. That's a pretty mainstream opinion, but if it's good,
have you heard the alternative theory though? Like they're not actually aliens; they're angels. I mean, they're like Satan's angels. That's why they react that way to water, because it's like holy water, you know.
No, I had no idea. I'm gonna have to look into that. That's a good, healthy rabbit hole to go down. Not here's this Twitter that predicted time travel. Yeah, thank you, Tyson, for blessing our viewers with that. That's good. All right, what about you, Adam?
Favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie?
Yeah,
there's only one choice, and you know what
Lady
that is? Let's all say it together. Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, this guy's a mad bastard. Jesus Christ.
You know what's funny about that film? When I watched it, I watched it like twice, and like both times, like once with my family, once with my friends, and like both times, everyone like I watched it with, they were like, "Why are there so many fucking Indians in this movie?" Like, like it is true. Like, I think the director made the cast like 50% Indian or something.
Wasn't Dev Patel was the fucking fight? It was Zuko, wasn't he?
Was he?
I think so. I'll have a look. Avatar: The Last.
Well, M. Night Shyamalan is.
But
Indian,
actually,
so
I like Dev Patel. He's a good actor. I watched the Green. I watched
he
the
was
Green
good
Knight.
in Green Knight, right? Green Knight's fucking great. I really like that film.
Yeah.
Which one was that? Is that the Green Hornet?
Yeah. Dev Patel's Prince Zuko. Yeah.
Okay. So, all right, we have some good M. Night Shyamalan enthusiasts, and only because it happened recently. The worst movie I ever saw in my life in theaters was The Happening with Mark Wahlberg, which unfortunately was an M. Night Shyamalan movie. But the Thor 4 overtook that mantle recently. So that was the worst movie I've ever seen.
It's a fucking cesspit, dude. Holy shit.
Whoa, she's gotten so hot.
Who is this? I'll Google it.
Nikola Peltz.
Nikola Tesla.
Nicola, yeah, he's so hot. Nicola Peltz.
Peltz.
Oh, this girl is very good looking.
Yeah.
What else is she in? I feel like I've seen her in a lot of stuff.
Whoa,
she kind of looks
Adam,
like Chloe
she's fucking
Moretz a little
14,
bit.
dude.
Right?
Relax.
No. Now.
Oh yeah, I guess in the last Airbender she was 10. So thank you for checking in on that 10-year-old you liked in that movie. So, oh, she was in Bates Motel. Oh, she was that hot girl in Bates Motel. Oh, all right.
She was in Transformers Age of Extinction, sorry.
Yeah, is that a classic? Is that a cult classic? Or so I'm gonna take a stab right here, and this is always like throwing darts at a dartboard, but Tyson always has a very long list of things he wants to talk about before episodes, and we usually only get to one or two of them. But I'm gonna come with me into the depths of a mad Asian man's imagination. So I have a note that says the fall of Rick and Morty. So what's going on here, Tyson?
So it's like the funniest fucking thing, right? So my roommate's cousins came over for like to stay over for the night, right? And then they were like the most fucking like Reddit people you'd ever meet. Out of nowhere they unironically said, dude, do you guys know about this show called Rick and Morty? They're so fucking crazy and wacky, dude.
I get
we just fucking sat down and watched Rick and Morty, and they were like cracking the fuck up.
I like Rick and Morty. Like the first few seasons are really good. Like,
that explains
they're
a
okay.
lot,
They're okay. But I was on my phone, and they're like, "Dude, Tyson, how are you not watching this? It's so fucking crazy, dude." I'm like, "Okay."
You're just sitting there.
What am I listening to?
Speaking of stuff that goes on in your house, well, just disclosure on that. I watched one episode of Rick and Morty ever, and I thought it was passable. Didn't crack up, but I was like, that was fine. That was an animated show, and you know, I'm someone that's watching Archer right now, so I can watch a funny animated show or two. But the reception of it is just way overblown in my eyes. Maybe because it has that. I think that nothing matters nihilism thing grated on people too much for too long, but that's just me. I hate watching stuff that talks like that nothing matters, and that's a big Reddit trope anyway.
Yeah, dude.
So.
The most egregious fucking quote by Rick is, "No, honey, you're not. The most terrible thing about you is because you're smart, and because you're smart, you know that nothing else matters."
Oh, I actually remember seeing some type of screenshot or meme that had that. So, yeah, exactly. And that's how people think. They're like, well, I'm smart, so nothing matters. They all think they're smart because they can, but whatever. And I'm not implying I am at all, but, you know, at least I'm self-aware enough not to say stupid shit like that. So, oh, man, I was just about to say something else, but I couldn't quite remember.
Sneed.
There it is.
I don't think it was that, but thank you. I'm surprised you made it about 52 minutes before saying something like that.
On the topic of Kino, I've been like on a Kino binge recently. I've been watching like a movie a night for the past week. I
don't know how you do it.
I saw Dune. I saw The Green Knight. I saw Black Phone. And I think my big takeaway.
I didn't like Black Phone.
It was
that
okay.
The Kids in the Basement?
Yeah.
And then I saw Fall, 2022, where it's like these two dumb bitches, they climb like a telephone tower, and the ladder falls down, so they have to find a way to get down, but they're like 300 feet in the air.
So I watched a description for that movie recently. I don't know why, like a summary of it.
That is like so pathetic.
I don't know why I do that. I think I hate watching movies. The last time I watched a movie was last night, when I put on a stream of the movie Primer that you recommended, which I liked, but I watched a half hour, went to bed. That was the first time I've watched a movie in probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 months, really.
Damn.
By myself in my head.
Really?
So,
damn.
I don't watch movies very often at all. I don't get it. I don't see much to do with movies after you've seen them one time. They're a little bit of too much of a time sink for me, but I got to watch that shitty Andor show on Disney Plus anyways, which is depressing in itself. So.
I'll give you a link to my fucking letterbox, and then you can discover some real gems there.
Yeah, I don't know. You're a little pretentious with your movie taste, so I think it's time to watch scary movies. I think 'tis the season for something
Dude,
like that.
coming up, I've got fucking Nightmare on Elm Street and Alien versus Predator. I want to watch those ones.
Oh, Alien vs Predator.
You've seen the original Scream, right?
Scream's
No,
great.
I haven't.
Scream's really good.
Tyson, put that on your list immediately. It's great meta horror. Last Cabin in the Woods is also really good meta horror.
A new one? Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, it is a little newer.
Came out in 2014
and then
or something.
One to really, oh god, I think it's called The Devil's House. Is a really good. It feels like an '80s movie, but was made recently, and it's kind of a commentary on the Satanic Panic. That's another really good scary movie that's out there. So
yeah,
I
actually really love movies about satanic rituals and all that shit. Have you guys seen like the third Conjuring film where it's like they're trying to track down this this Satanist and she just like keeps evading them with all these rituals? I kind of like that concept of like
Wait,
satanic
I
shit,
saw the
you know?
first two Conjuring movies. There's a third one that's like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch that. That sounds sick, actually.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch that. That sounds
pretty sick, actually.
I like those dumb movies. What's the other ones? Insidious. I love that garbage.
Insidious
It's
is good.
so good.
I
loved it.
It's
I
scary
think they're
as
already
fuck.
making another new one because the other one that came out didn't even have what's his name? Not Patrick Bateman, Patrick Wilson in it. So that dude's been in a lot of different things. So, well, all right. You guys got anything else on the back end here? I think we're cleaning up pretty well these days.
I'll be cleaning up Tyson's back end.
Actually,
with the anal beads.
Oh yeah,
boy, you
vibrating
told me
ones.
that you watched the Bob Lazar JRE episode and you thought it was fucking
Dude.
retarded.
No, Bob Lazar's onto some shit. He knows.
Yeah,
So
I like the episode. So explain why you don't.
I think he came off as very strained in his speech, unspecific. He had Corbell carrying a lot of water for him when he couldn't articulate himself properly. And Joe Rogan was he was trying to fake challenge him on things. But
Yeah.
the things that Bob Lazar describes in that episode just sounds so fanciful. So the thing that really made me start doubting it was when he said they tried to splice some of this technology with some tools and someone ended up dying from it. I thought, I don't know about that. So what? I'm supposed to imagine aliens in the lab being like, it's too powerful, blah, and then they die, and then someone dies, and they bring in
like,
him.
It's true that they did like erase him. Like he did work there. Like they did, discredit him for some reason. Like, his story has stayed mostly consistent for the last fucking 35 years. Like there is there is something going on. Like he's not full of shit.
I'll tell you what, I'm more ready to believe that they torched his reputation than he made up that he worked there. Because there's definitely plenty of evidence to show that they torched those records of where he used to work.
I mean,
so,
is it really out of the realm of
yeah.
possibility that humans fucking around with alien tech could cause like some sort of fuck up and could kill someone?
That's not an episode of the X-Files. That's what it came off as. So here's the thing that really, really made me think that there's a pretty good chance that he was not false flagged. Yeah, I guess you could say in a way. When he said he entered an alien cockpit and it was just 3 little tiny seats and no dashboard, that's a prop created to trick him. I really, really think it was. So he looks at all this technology, tries to fix it, and then they push him through some rabbit hole where he thinks he's working on some alien technology, but he's really not. And then he goes out and tells the world, and they're like, okay, well, there's that crazy guy thinking that it's all alien stuff, but it's really just some technology that we've been working on for a while. It feels like a complete prop. What? There's 3 little seats for 3 little Martians and no control pad and some prop UFO that he gets to walk in for some reason, even though engineering departments are highly regimented, especially in Area 51. I don't know. I'm not there. I'm just not there.
If they made a prop, then I mean, didn't he say on the podcast that the material that this ship was made of, it was like unlike any material that he's ever encountered with? Like it was resistant to heat. It was resistant to like fucking like electromagnetic.
Are you talking about element 115 or are you talking about a different
material?
material?
Like the material that the spacecraft was made of in the first place. Like apparently it would bend like all forms of electromagnetism around it. Like if you shine a laser pointer, it would bend the light around it. apparently.
Well, I love his classic descriptions of how a UFO moves and how it moves the universe or the area behind it as it tilts forward. I always enjoy that, and that's why I'll always be on his team, and I'd be more likely to believe him than not. But part of me thinks he believes in what he's saying, but he was tricked into believing it through the course of this project. And he's just also an eccentric, strange guy on top of that. And Jerry Corbell is just a clout-chasing fucking UFO loser.
Yeah, he's such a fucking loser.
Yeah,
he really is.
He wishes he had seen some shit, but he's never seen anything.
I will say that was the first Joe Rogan episode I've watched since one about 3 or 4 years ago with one of the girls from what's that church that's
Scientology?
No,
Leah
they have
Remini?
they have signs that say, God loves dead soldiers.
Oh, Westboro Baptist Church.
Yeah, there was a girl that used to be in that church that went on that show, and it was probably one of the best pieces of media I've ever watched in my life. It was super interesting.
Alex Jones episodes are so funny.
Nah, someone put that on for me, and that stuff really bothered me because that turned it into a circus when I was listening to that dude like 10 years ago, and now everyone's just like, oh, he's so funny, he smokes weed, talks about interdimensional lizards. I'm like, that's not the homie I know back in the day. Talking about the good
Alex
stuff.
Jones, though, when he goes on about, like, they're aborting live babies after they're born. Like, that's the shit I love. And it's like, it's really good. It's so funny.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So yeah, no, Tyson, I gave it a fair shot, and I just want to point out how mature and structured our conversation is around this when I isn't on here. Just wanted to point that out.
Dude, what do you mean you don't believe in fucking aliens?
No, it's not about that. It's that blah blah. Talks for 20 minutes about nothing.
No, let me finish.
Wait, where was I going with that? Yeah, exactly.
23. Sonic.
Oh my gosh, he puts the final dagger in on the way out. So, all right, we're good to go. Thanks for hanging out, guys, and thanks to you, listener, for a year. I think next week or next time we record with all four of us, I don't want to do another episode till it's all four of us. So next time we get all four of us together, we'll talk about a year, talk about our favorite Pink Boys.
What a year it's been.
But in the meantime,
comment
your favorite Pink Boys moments, and we'll read them out on the next step.
Remember when we gave away 100 link? Oh no, sorry, like 30 link or something.
Yeah.
How much is that link worth now?
It is worth 100. I think $100.
No, it's like 30 times 7.
No, it's 100 link.
$210.
It was 30 link. It was 30 link.
Yeah, $210.
So 30 link right now times what? 7?
Yeah, so
$210. Okay.
Yeah, 210. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, that person got a chunk of change back then, because Link was worth a lot more than that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, those not only them, but the other people that you scammed.
Yeah. Fuck's sake.
That is amazing. Hey, but you made us whole, Tyson, out of your own pocket. So I appreciate that. We all appreciate that. So, Adam, you got anything else to say before your final rights? Last word.
Yesterday I found out I got a parking ticket for parking in front of my own house.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm like, oh, you can't park in a permit zone without a permit, and I have a permit, and it's clearly displayed. So you bet your ass on Monday, I'll be giving a poor lady at the fucking, our version of the DMV a fucking yelling to. But that's what's happening for me.
All right, yeah, I had a parking ticket recently, and it ended up being $300, and I was pretty mad about it. But I guess don't park in reserved spots for
don't park in disabled zones.
Yeah, exactly. But
I'm sorry, Mark, but those spaces are for veterans only. So
yeah, those people are for mentally disabled people like you. That's for sure. But you got anything on the back end, Tyson?
Watch SPX for the bounce. That should correlate with a Bitcoin pump as well. That should be a trigger to get in and maybe long it till fucking 23 or some shit. If it breaks below, though, if it breaks below 18.7, you can probably short it till 16-ish, around there. When we eventually do get a big dump, look for $20 and maybe $15 Solana.
Oh, your white whale.
and maybe pick up some PYR on the way.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Pick up some PYR with your spare Vader change. Anything else we've left you in the graveyard with off our calls the last few years, so, or the last year. So yeah, no. In closing, I just wanted to say, what shares?
Buy some UNN and T-shares.
All right, I would never go that far by telling someone to buy UNN. I never said that at any point, and I never will. I've seen what that does to people. The power of UNN lies within. So just in closing, I wanted to say that I didn't know that the hot redhead in the village was, or was it the village? Okay, so at least the hot redhead in Lady in the Water, which might be the same girl as the village. Well, let's just say real quick. Let me see. The village actress. Okay, so that was her as well. So Bryce Dallas Howard is a Hollywood redhead who is hotter than Christina Hendricks, and I'm really sick of people pretending otherwise.
No, I agree. I agree.
No, I'm sorry. I
Yes.
disagree.
Yes, Christina Hendricks is for little boys who are 14 or 15 and have mommy issues and say, "Oh, you got big boobies."
It's me.
Bryce Dallas Howard is
Literally
the
me.
thinking man's redhead. I'll leave Jessica Chastain out of this conversation, and maybe we can catch up on that issue. But I'm just saying for now.
Here's one that mogs all of them that you've just mentioned. Amy Adams.
No, BDH is way better than Amy Adams.
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. I'm just going to let us slowly fade off the air. So that's the last thing people are left thinking about, and how fucking ridiculous and stupid that is at that point. But all right, till next time, guys.